And we're going to kick it off with the NAACP Awards. This is an award show that I feel is necessary. I feel we need to be a part of more. I feel the biggest names in the industry should be popping out to this event. I feel we can make the NAACP Awards our Grammys. We can make the NAACP Awards our Oscars even. The NAACP Awards, they honor outstanding representations of achievements of people of color in motion pictures, television, music, and literature. And it's an award show for us, by us. Why wouldn't we be there? And I feel like in recent years, I feel like there's always artists and actors and stuff that attends the event. There's a certain group that's like always there, right? But like the top who's aren't always in the building. And I feel like we need to change that. Last night, Saturday night over the weekend, Usher was in the building, Fantasia was in the building, Taraji P. Henson, Damson Idris. They were some of the big winners of the night. Usher took home Entertainer of the Year. That's kind of like the biggest award of the night. Color Purple won for Outstanding Motion Picture. Coleman Domingo won for Outstanding Actor in a Motion Picture for his role in Rustin. Fantasia won for The Color Purple for Outstanding Actress in a Motion Picture. Coleman Domingo won twice. He won another one for Best Supporting Actor. That's big. How you win supporting and lead? The supporting one was for The Color Purple. Outstanding Supporting Actress went to Taraji for The Color Purple. That was dope. A lot of people was feeling like Danielle Brooks should have took it. I ain't mad that Taraji took it. Danielle definitely did her thing in The Color Purple as well. Yeah, it was a dope night overall. I love seeing us in the building, looking the way we look, you know, is definitely a dope show that I feel like a lot more people should tap into and tune into. Fast shouts to the NAACP Awards. It was hosted by Queen Latifah. I actually was able to be there for last year's ceremony, and it's just something about being in that room with all that Black excellence that's just like, is unlike no other. So yeah, fast shouts to us. Let's move on. What else hot in these blogs? The TikTok ban that's going on right now over the past few days, it actually went through a vote within the House of Representatives and it passed. So this made blogs this week, and a lot of people was feeling like it's officially happening, like TikTok is going to be banned, but it actually is a few more steps it got to go through before that happens. It has to go to the House next, and then it has to go to the president where he would sign it. He already said that if it makes it to his desk, he's going to sign it. But the Senate might not be so quick with the votes. It might not be this like landslide thing. So it might slow down in the Senate, which I find to be the case with a lot of bills. I feel like a lot of bills pass the House like with flying colors, and then it gets stuck at the Senate, and then they got to go back, and then they got to redo it, pass again in the House, go back to the Senate. And so this will likely not be no different. It might not pass as easily. Another aspect of this that I find super funny is when the former occupant of the White House was in there, he was trying to do a ban of TikTok. Your man is like the ultimate op. He's like the epitome of what an op is. And now it feels like because this new administration is on board to ban TikTok and is making some waves and is passing in the House and on its way to the Senate, your man 45 is now against the ban of TikTok. And it's like, I guess, I don't know any other way to explain it other than he's the op. And that's what ops do. Ops are going to be opposed to anything that you are doing. And it's just funny to me. So as of right now, 45 is basically, he has this gripe against Meta and Mark Zuckerberg, where he feels that they had a hand in why he lost the last election. In his delusional mind, he feels Facebook cheated in the last election. I don't know how. And so he is feeling like if TikTok is banned, that it would only make Meta stronger. And he doesn't want that. But it's like, it's so classic Donald, right? It's so classic him, where he's such a hypocrite, and if it's not benefiting him, he's not with it. He don't want no parts of it. And that's what seems to be the case that's happening right now, where now that everybody else is on board to ban TikTok, you want to be against it. And it's probably just because he knows a lot of people are against this ban. A lot of the users of the app, not like people in government, a lot of the users of the app are against the ban because they live on TikTok. They some make a living off of it. Some just find it to be a fun app and they spend hours and hours on it. And they're not with it. So maybe he feels if he comes out opposing the ban, that he'll get those people to vote for him in the election. That's probably what it is. But I just found that to be super funny. How it's like, really? Like, that's so you to be the opposition on this thing. But yeah, we'll see what happens with the Senate vote and how long it takes, if it actually passes them or not. I don't know. I don't know what this would mean. It would be different for sure. It would probably be the first that I know of app that has been banned in this way that will really affect people like that. People are already thinking of ways to still be able to get on it, find a way to like still use the app, even with it being banned, if it gets banned. But yeah, it would be very interesting to see what comes out of this in the end. I feel like they'll come to a resolution, I feel, some way or another. I'm also one other thought I want to bring up is why the government is saying they want to ban it. So they're feeling like it's a national security issue. And our government, in my opinion, isn't the most trustworthy, I guess I would say. And it's like, is that really the reason? Or is that just what they're saying is the reason? And because if you don't know, in order for TikTok to remain active, if this vote goes through, is they would have to sell the app. And so it makes me wonder, like, is that the sole reason? Like, y'all just trying to get some of that TikTok bread, like some of that TikTok revenue or something? I don't know. That's where my mind went with it. If it is a national security issue, then absolutely it should be banned. But if the government is just trying to get their hands in it, nothing is legal unless they could get their hands in it. If that's the reason, then that's wild. But I guess we'll see eventually. I don't feel like TikTok is in the ballpark to want to sell. From what I'm seeing, their reaction to this ban talk is, I don't see them selling unless they gonna add a couple extra zeros in the sell of it. But I don't see them really trying to sell. They'll probably just take their L and move on to be banned officially. But yeah, we'll see how this plays out. Let's move on. What else is hot in these blogs? Lake Lanier. It's been said that this company wants to build its first ever water slide coaster at Lake Lanier. And it got a lot of people looking at this whole idea sideways, because if you don't know, Lake Lanier has a history of being what some would say haunted, and it's because of its past. And I've read that it was over like 200 drownings that has happened at Lake Lanier. It's probably more than that. But for those of you who don't know, the reason why people feel it's haunted is because of the town that's under Lake Lanier. It used to be called Oscarville, and it was a predominantly Black town that had its fair share of issues, back in like segregation times, and just where racists were like at the height of how this country operated, where you couldn't even like look at a white woman if you were a Black man. You like during that time, they had their incidents that took place at Lake Lanier. One of them, it was a young woman. She was 22 years old, who basically lied and said that these two Black men took advantage of her. And this was around the time where white women, if they were having relations with Black men, they would not want to be seen or have it be found out that they were with the Black man. So if it ever came out that they were with the Black man, they would basically lie and say that the Black man was like R-wording her or whatever. And then it would be this whole big old thing where the white mob of men would come into the town and have these like lynching ceremonies and stuff. So we have a few incidences of that had happened in Oscarville. And with all of that, it forced a lot of the residents out of Oscarville. And they ended up building a dam, and they ended up ultimately flooding the town, which is now become Lake Lanier. So the town is still there. There's still trees that's still like taking up a lot of the lake, and people blame that as the reason why a lot of the people drown, because of the debris from the town that's in the lake. So when people go swimming and stuff, apparently they may get caught up in these trees that's still under there, and then they'll drown. But a lot of people feel like it's our ancestors from that town for all of the bad stuff that happened to them. And then the fact that they flooded this town and just basically erased the history of it. They feel like the people from the town are there to haunt anybody who tried to go swimming on this lake or anything. So now you have this company that wants to build a water slide on this lake. It's kind of crazy. I don't know about you. I wouldn't want to be the ones going down this slide when this happens, given the history of what goes down at this lake. It's kind of wild that y'all would want to have this water slide, but it's set to open up on May 4th. The name of it too is another thing that's kind of interesting. And also, I don't know if they just trying to be funny or if they just are naive to what's going on, but it's called Apocalypso is what the name of this ride would be. And it's set to redefine aquatic thrills. Yeah, with a side of death, I guess. I don't know. It's count me out. Someone said Lake Lanier should not be a tourist destination. It's so disrespectful to the history of that place. I agree. Someone said, please go to hell. And literally, that's probably what's going to happen when you go there and you try to go down this slide and you land in the water and you get caught up and then you drown. Like, because y'all playing. It's definitely disrespectful, for sure. But yeah, this apocalypse or water slide at Lake Lanier is set to open in less than 2 months. We'll see what happens with that. Let's move on. What else hot in these blogs? Powerbook. If you're familiar with the Power series, Powerbook is the spinoff. Powerbook II, Ghosts, which follows Tariq St. Patrick's character. He's Ghost's son in the original Power series. So this is kind of his spinoff. And it's a good show. A lot of people who are fans of it has been waiting for the announcement of its return. They just posted the teaser trailer to announce the return of it. And it's going to be a 2-part. The first part is airing on June 7th. And then the second batch of episodes is going to come on starting September 6th. What shocked a lot of fans is the fact that during this announcement, they said that it's going to be the final season of Powerbook II Ghosts. And I myself, along with a lot of other people, was like, hold on, what you mean final? And it actually came as a shock to even the characters on the show. Michael Rainey Jr., who plays Tariq St. Patrick, he said he learned about the fact that it's going to be the final season the same way we did once Stars posted the trailer. And I'm like, damn, I wanted to keep it under wraps like that. Y'all didn't even tell the cast. But I guess it's safe to say that we know that his character is going to survive the series, because, whenever there's a series finale, no one's safe. Anybody could get it. They could kill off the whole cast and it wouldn't even matter because it's the end of it anyway. But I guess with Tariq's character not knowing that it's the final one, I guess it's safe to say he will be one of the ones that's surviving this season. The president of programming at Stars had this to say about the series finale. She said, this explosive season of Ghosts is a fitting crescendo in a decade of immensely popular franchise. Fans would not be disappointed. While this marks the conclusion of one chapter, our commitment to the Power universe endures with more compelling storytelling on the horizon. And she could be speaking about, they just announced that they're going to do a prequel to Ghost and Tommy's characters from the original Power series. And it's going to be called Origins. So it's going to be set to them, I guess, like growing up and the backstory to their thing. So them canceling Powerbook II Ghost could be making room for that one. I'm like, why y'all couldn't have both? But hey, that's what it is. Michael Rainey Jr., who plays Tariq, he released his own statement. He said, portraying Tariq St. Patrick in the Power universe has been an incredible journey. Power has been an amazing platform, opening doors for young actors like myself, and I'm truly grateful for that. While the ending of Powerbook II may feel abrupt and disappointing, I choose to view it as a stepping stone for many of us as we transition into the next chapters of our careers. All the good shows be going. All the good shows be having short runs, and I don't understand it, but hey, it is what it is. Fresh out to Powerbook II. I'll be definitely looking forward to seeing it when it premieres this summer. Let's move on. What else hot in these blogs? Lil Mama is back in the blogs this week. She admits to being depressed after crashing Jay-Z and Alicia Keys' 2009 VMA performance. If you don't know, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys was performing Empire State of Mind at the VMAs, and Lil Mama was feeling inspired, and she decided to get up on that stage, and she was, New York. She was prancing around, like feeling it. She was, the VMAs was taped in New York that year. She was in the New York spirit, and she got on that stage. And unfortunately, her career has not been the same ever since. I don't know if anybody that was a part of that performance had anything to do with it, or if the people just stopped rocking with her. I can't say. All I could say is her career hasn't been the same since. It's been an uphill battle for Lil Mama, and she's speaking about it now. So she was on a podcast, I believe it was, the Jay Hill podcast, And she spoke about it and reflect on the time, even despite Beyonce trying to stop her from getting on the stage, she got up there. She said, I had to deal with Ed Lover on the radio in the morning, Wendy Williams, Angie Martinez, who talked to Jay, and he was just like, yeah, you know, I didn't like it. She said he was so angry, and I was just trying my best to do everything I could do. She said, after a while, I was like, forgive yourself, bro. Move forward, bro. I was hurt. I was depressed. I was like, yo, what's going on? And you got everybody telling you you're doing bad, people pointing at you like, what did you do? And she broke down in tears during the interview. Yeah, she definitely got a bad rep, literally, after this. And I don't know if what her career, if it would have been different had she not gotten on that stage. I don't know if she was blackballed in any way or anything like that, but something happened. Something happened. And that was a while ago. Lil Mama actually was on this show, our show, when she was promoting her role on the TLC biopic when that was coming out. And come to think of it, we didn't really discuss the VMAs. And I don't know if we just decided not to like help her move forward, but we didn't discuss that. And I feel like if it was today, I would have asked her, like, what up? What were you thinking? But yeah, we didn't discuss that at all. And we just discussed the movie, and we discussed other female rappers and stuff at the time. Will we ever let her let this down? I'm sure Jay-Z and Alicia had to have forgiven her by now, all of these years later. You know, you put so much into these performances, you having rehearsals, and it's supposed to be this moment, and then you got somebody that crashes the stage, and it's like, it don't matter who it is, you wasn't in the rehearsal, so it definitely would leave a bad taste in anyone's mouth. But to the extent of it being 14 years later, 13 years later, and 15 years later, and we still not letting it down. Yikes. Someone pointed out Alicia Keys says she didn't see her. They said that's lies. I mean, you know, you in the zone. Is a chance she didn't catch it. Jay definitely caught it. Hove definitely caught it in the clip. He actually gave her a little leg tap, like I don't know if that was to signal like, get out of here. Like, what are you doing up here? He gave her a little leg tap. I don't know if Lil Mama took that as encouragement. Like, yeah, he likes that I'm here. I don't know, but it was all bad. But fast shouts to Lil Mama. I mean, she's still super talented. And she's putting out, I think, a lip gloss now, too. All these years later, after her popular lip gloss song. She's still trying to move and shake a little bit, you know? Last but not least, this is actually going to be a part of my What Blows Mine, so I'm going to intertwine it all together. What Blows Mine is the part of the show where I basically say what gets under my skin, what irks my nerves. What's some of the things people do that just have you like, bruh, really? This week, what blows mine, and it was hot in these blogs, is Ye, Kanye West, and Kai Cenat. So Kai Cenat is what I believe is like a YouTuber, and he's super popular. He has amassed millions of followers, and he has some influence to the point where a lot of people go on to his streaming platform, and they go on there, and when they promoting projects or whatever, because you're going to get the eyes at the end of the day. He has a loyal following, and Ye wanted to take part in that. He wanted to have some of those eyes that Kai has, And he sent Kai some of his Yeezy clothing, the new line. And Kai, like he always do, he tried it on a video in front of the people. And particularly the one clip I seen, he tried on a pair of the sweatpants that Ye sent him. And they were like 2 sizes too big. They were falling off. So Kai was like, "Yay, what's up? Like, you sent me like a 2X. Like, why you ain't send me like an extra small?" And that's all I saw. If it's something else that was said that I missed, feel free to correct me. But Kai didn't say nothing wrong in that video. He just said the sweats was too big and for Ye to send him a smaller size. Kanye took that the wrong way, and he took that as Kai was dissing his clothing. And he DM'd Kai, and he said, "Don't make no jokes about my clothes when you ain't saying nothing about what Adidas is doing. When Vulture's song came out, you ain't played my verse. You controlled. Don't play with me." Kai responded, he said, "I hear you, bro, but ain't no jokes was being said. When I first opened up the package, I showed love instantly. All I did was try on the sweats and it didn't fit. No jokes made. I immediately asked for a new pair." Kanye responded, said, "So you ain't do nothing wrong? So I felt this way for no reason?" Kai said, "Yes." Ye responded, "F you, N-word. You was told to diss my, you a pawn." What, in the overreaction? Because what? Like, that went from 0 to 100. And if you see the video, you see clearly there was no dissing happening. Kanye definitely overreacted in this. I don't know how you take somebody trying on the pants and like, "Yo, they don't fit. Like, why you ain't send me an extra small?" Like, as a diss. Like, make it make sense. So Kai responded to that. He said, "Keep it family friendly, no cursing." He said, "The pants don't fit, Ye. You think someone told me something? I'll prove you wrong." And then he said, F Adidas, like just playing around or whatever. Fast forward to Kanye's manager, a guy named John Monopoly, calls Kai on the phone, and Kai documented this whole thing on his streaming thing. And what blows mine about this is it's not even Ye overreacting, because that's could be a misunderstanding that him and Kai could have worked out. Is the fact that this John Monopoly guy called Kai, and his tone and the way he was talking to Kai, and I think it's partially because he knows how old Kai is. Kai is probably like 22 years old, and I could imagine John Monopoly is probably like in his 40s or 50s. And I don't know if he took that as like, "I'm a son you. You a little dude, and I'm a son you." So his tone and how he was talking to Kai, I wasn't feeling. It was uncalled for, because Kai did nothing wrong in this scenario. Nothing at all. Ye the one overreacted to Kai's trying on the sweatpants. And the tone he took, it wasn't called for. He cut him off like, "I'm not finished. I'm not done talking." Anytime Kai tried to say something, he talk about like, "I could come meet you in your hood or something. It'll just be me and one other person. You could like have your whole crew or stuff." And it's like, unless y'all meeting up with him to give him the right size sweatpants, this ain't it. Like, why are you giving him that type of energy? It was uncalled for. I feel like Ye, we all know Ye. Ye don't need nobody to fight his battles for him. Ye could have very well handled the situation himself. Why does this manager have to call Kai to try to like bully him in a sense? It blew my when I seen it, because it's like, this is uncalled for. For one, you talking to somebody that's probably 30 years your junior, and you like trying to like strong arm him for something that was like a misunderstanding. And so, yeah, that just didn't sit right with me. And I'm like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. Yeah, it was not cool. It's not cool at all. When you look at the timeline of how this went down, Ye was in the wrong here. And that's it.